Hello everyone, I'm back. It's 7:13 p.m. It's another night where I'm sleepy early right now. So I got like 4 hours of sleep. Well, I don't want to say last night because it was after midnight, but but somewhere I got 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And so I didn't have any nap today at all. So I'm n- not gonna write a short story today, but my head is not together enough to write anything. Excuse me, anything at all. So that explains why I'm sleepy now. So I not long ago ate, and I had the smaller Jimmy John sandwich and that other piece of bread, that small bread roll, and some peanuts. And I still have those banana chips, but I was trying to eat a piece of bread and my tooth tried to come out. This bad tooth right here. And I don't have the money to even get it fixed or get it taken care of or nothing. And then when I did try to call dentist, I tried to call around for some dentists, and they didn't want to give me a straight answer on how much it, even an idea on how much it would cost. And then one dentist that I tried, they didn't take any of my money, but they turned out to be a scam. So I think it was called Aspen Dental. So yeah, I mean, I guess the bread, when I had put the small piece of bread in the microwave, part of it got hard real quick. So the regular size bigger sandwich, I guess I'll have tomorrow. So I looked and it said, excuse me, that it's supposed to rain in the middle of the night tonight and all night throughout the middle of the night. And it's supposed to rain all night throughout the middle of the night. And then it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And I checked, I have 76 cents left in the bank. And about a couple of dollars, like $2 in cash and a little bit of change. Excuse me. As far as I know, I'm gonna be broke until Friday, and I still owe that $365 on that motel. But I don't want him to try to lie and say I never tried to give him the money, because I did. And he told me hold on to it until the next time I stay in the motel. I don't know if or when that'll be, because he said that they don't have any openings right now, and they've been trying to remodel the place and raise the prices. So they raised the price on my storage unit, so I have to pay like almost $170 more, like with, wait a minute, about $66 or something in total with my storage unit and cell phone bill. And then with the 365, I don't even know. But I just want to get that debt off of my back. I just want to get it out of the way, you know. But then I'll probably end up with nothing. But I don't like to have to owe people. And you know, because of being blacklisted and targeted and not being able to work that much, I still have outstanding student loans from 2006. And due to my off and on homelessness and all this crazy stuff in my life, I haven't had the opportunity to be able to even afford to pay 1 cent back of student loans. And I never wanted to go into debt in the first place. So, but when I temporarily quit college back in 2003, I wonder what would happen if I would have just left it at that. But they would, the fact that, you know, I temporarily quit college for a bit in 2003 due to all kinds of different things going on. And but they were trying to make me pay back the Pell Grant, or they told me I couldn't go back to school unless the Pell Grant money was paid back. So me being forced to temporarily quit the school because of excessive absences due to the psych meds like trazodone and stuff like that, and there's some other stuff going on. And then I ended up back with the fake foster family, and they were abusing me even more. And they used to, you know, I ended up being put on psychiatric medications that kept on making me feel like I was gonna die. And even in 2010, I was on Effexor, and that was one of the medications that made me feel like I was gonna die. And I heard those psych meds do kill people. And nobody wanted to take me seriously when I kept, even the psychiatrist, when I told him, Dr. Mulamala in Fake Denton, Texas, when I told him that I had a hard time taking the Effexor because it kept on making me feel like I was gonna die, then he said, he got the very defensive and said, none of my patients ever died on those medications. But they probably have, and y'all probably just covering it up. But so I heard people say that Dr. Mulamala was a money-hungry pill pusher. Him and other mental health psychiatrists that was at that mental hospital, University Behavioral Health in Denton, Texas. I'm so thankful and glad that I'm free from psychiatry and the mental health system, but the online perps and the perps in person, it's like they're so aggressive and desperate to force me back into psychiatry and mental health when I don't need it. All I need is for them to get off my back and stop harassing and bullying me. And I need, you know, a stabilized place to live and a decent quality of life. I thought that every human being has that right. So, as I said, I get treated like as if I have less rights than actual criminals. So, when I feel sleep deprived or haven't had enough sleep, I really do be feeling the same way I would feel when I used to have like a heavy dosage of psych meds that make me sleepy. And then, if I was on psych medication, that would have given me a harder time with kicking me out of or banning me from places, being homeless and sleep. I mean, if I was on psych medication, they would have given me a harder time. Um, if you end up dozing off and falling asleep, not even in dealing with the sleep deprivation, um, I had to deal with that too. Getting no sleep at night during the day. I mean, because me being having to watch my back and be hyper vigilant when I'm on the streets. But even then, they hit you with direct energy weapons to keep you sleep deprived and totally awake. I mean, I had permanent housing both of those times in 2017, when once in January or February, and another time in December 2017, that they would have me sleep deprived for 18 days straight. No sleep at all. And then on top of that, heavy acid reflux. And I didn't realize it was due to the doggone electronic weapons and the targeting what they were doing. And sometimes they won't let me sleep for shit. But when I had the job at the school in September and October and November, they weren't letting me sleep like normal. But then after I quit because of workplace mobbing, then they went back to hitting me with directed energy weapons and forcing me to stay awake. And even at the motel that I was staying at previously, I was unemployed, and I mean, I'm talking about the motel where I owe that guy $365. I mean, as I said, I tried to give it to him, and he said, "Hold on to it." But at that motel, I had more nights to be sleep deprived than at getting actual sleep. So yeah, so I tried to download a couple of so-called gig apps. One is called Gig Walk, and I don't know if it's because of the area that I'm in, but I think I downloaded that before or did Field Agent or something like that, and they try to say that they have these gigs available, but then when you download the app, it's a waste of time or money or waste of space on your phone, because it seems like they never have any gigs available. And they have something called Click Worker. I tried to download that and try to use that, and there was no assignments suitable for me. No assignments really. And it's like, well, how am I gonna get any work or any gig or any way to make money or whatever? So then I tried this other photography app, and then I didn't find out until after I downloaded the app that I heard that It's a very greedy, money hungry scam app that don't give you any money for really for your pictures. So both of them, I mean, those things seem like false hope. And just like the surveys is a doggone waste of time. Like with the surveys, you can spend like an hour doing certain survey questions to see if you qualify for the money making survey. And then after that hour of you answering questions and stuff, then you get told you don't qualify. So it's like a cat chasing a mouse and just false hopes. And even with the swag bucks and inbox dollars of what all of it is just fake and false hopes. And you don't really get much, you don't really get anything at all. And they had this thing called Q Me or something, and they actually gave me a survey for $2. If it wasn't Q Me, it was another one, and they legitimately gave me $2 after the survey, but then offered no more surveys. I'm like, they try to make it like as if all these gigs or whatever is guaranteed money and consistent work or consistent stuff to do. And I tried that Papa Pal thing. Um, with the Papa Pal, I had that app downloaded, and I would try to contact people to do like a over the phone. I think it would have been like $10 an hour or so, but people would make an appointment with me. I would accept it, and then 10 minutes later, I call them and let them know that I'm with Papa Pal, and then they act like they have the slightest clue. I mean, if y'all are clients with Papa Pal and I'm trying to work, then they'd be like, "What? I don't know who you are." Click. But if y'all, I mean, and I wonder if those were gang stalkers giving me false hopes. So they made sure I never made any money or never had a phone assignment with Papa Pal. And then the lady that tried to get me signed up, she stood me up, but then later on somebody helped me. So and I think I cussed that lady out for doing that to me too. And then they had this other kind of job where I tried to apply. I guess it was some kind of gig like thing, and they gave me false hopes of being guaranteed work and income. And they kept giving me the runaround like cat chasing a mouse or a hamster on a wheel, and playing all kinds of games. And they try to block me from getting help with that too. So I mean, as I said, all these false hopes. But I could not work for Z Trip or Lucky Cab because the dispatcher at Lucky Cab is extremely rude, and some of the cab drivers are rude. And I told y'all about the Tracy guy who kept blocking me from trying to drive for Z Trip. And so both Z Trip employees and Lucky Cab, both of those agencies participate in gang stalking, and a few other smaller taxi companies here, they all participate in gang stalking. And have the modified, one headlight, funny tail lights, and one brake light and all. And so it's really scary out here that I'm being blocked from ways of trying to survive. And people sometimes offer false hopes of trying to help me and then go AWOL on me and leave me stood up. I don't know. I'm hungry enough to want to eat that other sandwich. But try to hold out until tomorrow. And I guess that might be, I guess I'll have to skip breakfast tomorrow and just eat that sandwich for an early lunch. And then have to panhandle for dinner. But if anybody wanted to help me with another night in this hotel, it would probably cost about $100. And then, but if somebody would have helped me out with $100 before 10:30 tomorrow morning, then I wouldn't have to check out. And then, if I would have help again, then pay another deposit. But on the hotel app that I've been using, I won't be able to get the credit for the free night until after I check out successfully out of this hotel. That's how that works. That I don't get the points until after I check out. And then maybe a day or two later, I guess I'll probably get the credit for, the free night. But the fact that Friday and Saturday, they pretty much double the hotel prices. And it's supposed to be raining a whole doggone zoo outside, like all the way until next week, like every day. And I'm wondering, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to live? How am I going to survive? It's scary. People not really, I'm getting a little help here and there, And people are narcissistic enough to think I deserve to be punished and that I better not even have a right to fix my mouth to even ask for help. It's the gang stalking bullies doing that. Making like I don't have, and then the more I try to ask for help or expose my targeting, that's the harder they fight with more bizarre smear campaigns. And these online strangers are making false rumors about me with stuff that I had never really been falsely accused of all my life. Back in 2015, you wouldn't have known of me to be falsely labeled a scammer. And I never really scammed anybody, ever. All I'm trying to do is trying to get help to survive as a homeless TI. Like they had this fake TI perk with only 2 subscribers and no videos. And she tried to say, well, Candy said she need help. And I knew she was fake because she said she need help with a hotel room. And then I helped her and she still stayed in the hotel room. Well, of course, your contribution and a few others is what saved me from off the streets. I got help later on. So how could you say, I used it for what I said I was going to use it for. So how could you, you don't even, you're not even making any sense. If I was on the verge of being on the streets and you helped me with $100 and a few others helped me, a couple of others helped me, and then you turn around and block me and say that I'm fake because I eventually got the help. Well, that's why I don't understand. I don't understand, But so as I said, it's supposed to rain. It was supposed to rain in the middle of the night tonight, but I don't have anything to worry about tonight. But I'm gonna have to be, suffering out there in the bad weather and stuff. And as I said, they're blocking me from making, money from my writings and my ebooks and short stories and stuff like that, or my Kofi or whatever. I'm getting a little help here and there, but imagine if it weren't for the slander campaigns, imagine how much more help I could have had. And all people doing is just playing with my life. Even with, trying to get me out of homelessness, it seems like they are trying to exploit and prey on me, like that lady from last week that I was telling y'all about. So I'm tired enough that I am gonna go to bed early tonight and go to sleep early tonight. So whatever y'all can help me with or whatever y'all can spare, it's appreciated. I have my Kofi, I have my blog, I have my short stories, and yes, that is work. I mean, it's not employment, but it's side work, independent side work. You know, so I mean, I'm trying, but as I said, they want to keep that narrative, the false narrative, and they're getting paid to keep up that false narrative about me, which is not true. And the more I try to defend and explain my innocence, the more I get attacked. So I'm gonna go for now, and whatever y'all can spare and help me out with food, hotel, or anything, even if you can get a church to help me. So thanks and bye.